In this video, I want to talk a little bit about deduplication, specifically of MSG files. The question on people's mind is, why do we use binary content of a file for EDUC deduplication, but we don't do that for MSG files? Now, I did a video about that on the Discovery channel, my job channel, but here I wanted to kind of dig a little bit deeper into it and kind of geek out just a bit. So let's go to my computer and I'll show you what we have going on. So on my screen, you see we have Outlook and we have Enron dataset. So what I want to do is take a couple of messages and extract them out from Outlook and put them save them as MSG files, and then see what kind of results we get as far as hashes and so on, and then kind of dig into it and see what we get. So I'm gonna take this MSG file and I'm going to drag and drop it into a folder, and I'm going to do it twice. Actually, I'm going to rename this as 1 and rename it as 2, just, well, because we can't have duplicate file names. And I'm going to do the same thing with an attachment. I'm going to extract it once, and I am going to extract it twice. So now we have, let's move this over here. So we have same email saved once, twice, and same thing with attachment. So logically thinking, well, if we to process these files, these should be duplicates and these should be duplicates. But that's not the case. Let me show you why. I'm going to bring in something called PowerShell, and it's just an easy way to generate hash values. And I'm going to run a command to generate hash values on the entire folder. And when I do, well, let me resize it a little bit. You'll see that, let me see one more time. Okay, here we go. So you'll see how the Excel files did get exact same hash value. However, MSG files did not, even though we did the exact same thing. We drag and drop them out, so they should be identical, but they're not. So let's poke around and see why they're not identical. I'm going to open one MSG here. So I'm going to open these two MSGs side by side, so we could open them in something called Outlook Spy. So Outlook Spy is a tool you can get for free, and you can use it to like examine different properties of a file. So I'm going to click on this iMessage over here so we could get into some of the properties, and I'm going to do same thing on the other side, iMessage here, and let's take a look what we have going on inside. So a lot of things look the same, but the property that I found was different is this PR creation time. So let's highlight it on both sides, and we see that it's the same time on both files. However, if we click on this value here, and value here, we see that the actual binary content for the time is different. Even though they look the same to us, right? It's 4:28 p.m., which is not 4:28 p.m. It's probably in GMT time. It looks like it's the same when we're just looking at the properties, but when we're looking at the binary data, it's different. And I believe the reason is because time is stored with way more precision than hours and minutes. In fact, it's probably stored down to milliseconds. And that time was captured when I drag and drop the file out. So the internal metadata that exists within the MSG file is different, which is affecting binary content of the file. So this is the reason why we need to take MSG files, and we need to extract only relevant metadata and compare that metadata between different messages to determine what's a duplicate. Binary content of the file will be different based on when the file was extracted from Outlook. So yeah, this is what I do in my free time. I poke around different PST files and try to figure out why they're different. Anyway, I figured you guys may be curious to know why we use different deduplication methods, and here is a perfect example why we do it that way. Anyway, if you got any questions or if you want me to explore anything else here or you got your own ideas, please put them in the comment section below, and I'm gonna go geek out on something else now. This was fun. Talk to you guys later.